Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Codec Rambles, and today I want to discuss why the Harry Potter TV show series on HBO Max might not be the best idea to do. So let me just first of all start off by saying I will talk Harry Potter spoilers. And that's only the movies, so not Hogwarts Legacy or Fantastic Beasts. So if you haven't seen the movies or anything, please click away if you don't want to be spoiled. And for those who have watched it or just don't care, why? Why? Okay. So first of all, let me start off by saying the positive, and that is one thing this HBO Max series can do that the movies didn't do is actually use storylines that have been forgotten in the books. Think about Peeves. Think about Harry and Ginny's relationship being built up better. It was way better in the books. How Ron and Hermione's stories were better in the books. How Ron was better in the books. Yeah, the books are, the movies are still amazing. I still love them. I still watch them. But it's objectively a fact that the books are better because it takes its time. It has more time spent in building everything up. That's the only reason why the books are better. But the movies are still really amazing. Anyway, that's the positive note. So, if every season is a book, that means you only have like if there's 10 episodes, you have like maybe 10 hours per season. Yeah, you'll fit in Peeves, you'll fit in all these storylines that are forgotten, you'll fit everything in. But that's the only positive, in my opinion, because the Harry Potter movies came out, what is it, 20 years ago? Like 15 years ago, 20 years ago? It's not that long. Why do we need a reboot? Why? The actors are 35. Rupert Grint is 35, the actor that plays Ron. I think, personally, it's way better to wait with the reboot and continue the story. Not Cursed Child. Let's just not talk about that, I'm sorry. The play might be amazing. I've heard a bunch of good praises on the special effects they use, but I'm not talking about the play, I'm talking about the story. The story is bad. So, let's just continue the story in a very meaningful way. The actors are the age of, the characters, when they're older, when they're mature. Let's explore a world post-Voldemort. Let's see the challenges of trying to build a working democracy. Let's see if, Hermione's efforts in the better treatment of house elves, let's see if that goes somewhere. Let's see Neville being a teacher. I don't know, there's a bunch of amazing ideas and stories you can tell post Harry Potter, but they just don't do it. And the reason why is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why they don't want to do it is because money, profit. You can reboot a beloved series with basically free reign, because J.K. Rowling did give green light to this series being made. That's why this is actually a very, interesting thing, is J.K. Rowling has been said, not confirmed, I think it's just behind the scenes talk, but she has said like, as long as I can be involved in a way to make sure the story is told the way I want it to be told, so yeah, then you guys can do, you guys have my permission. That's basically in a nutshell what happened. But it's stupid because they do it for safety, and that's the same reason Star Wars sequels have been doing their stuff, for safety. They want to basically sell you nostalgia. They want to sell you your favorite piece of chocolate in a different package. Different actors, different cast, bit more story, to be fair to them, a bit more story, because it's now a series, and I have to say, for Harry Potter, a series is the perfect medium, better than a movie. Actually, the perfect media is a book, but visual media, the TV show series is the best medium to tell a Harry Potter story in, because Harry Potter is very reliant on setup and story and basically seeing their lives day to day. That's what we like about them. We can relate to them. We can relate to the struggles, as a kid, with homework, with exams. Why can we not see the struggles of them dealing with real adult life? Why can we not see Harry trying to be an amazing godparent, like a godfather to Teddy, and let's see him trying to raise his own children, because he has no experience, he has no father figure. He needs to figure out, and with the help of Genie, we can have some really interesting emotional moments. And we just instead of exploring all of that, we get to explore everything again, because it's a reboot. It's a safe approach for HBO Max to try and maximize profits, to try and get people to watch the show, with them having to risk very little. Movies, stories, it's all about risks. It's everything about risks. The Last of Us 2, which is a story but a game of course, took the risk of doing something that basically split the game series 50-50. Was it smart? I don't know, but at least they took a risk. I have to respect them taking a risk. You could say for Rian Johnson, episode 8 of Star Wars, he took a risk. He did take a risk. You have to respect him taking a risk, trying to do something different than J.J. Abrams. Although he did fail in my opinion, but that's my opinion. Rian Johnson did fail with the risk, but at least he took the risk, because he's a very good movie director. He's a very good freaking movie maker. They take risks. So take this very... I say risk, but continuing Harry Potter after, you know, the Harry Potter books is not a risk. Because everyone, J.K. Rowling included, you can think about it, whatever you like about her. Her stories are good. And yeah, you could say Fantastic Beasts isn't that great, but I don't think she had full involvement because of different directors and everything. But her stories from Harry Potter are good, no matter what she is as a person. It's just like saying, with a very quick sidestep, like saying that, you know, Churchill was a terrible person because he was, you know, he was not nice to be around, he was racist, but he was an amazing leader during the time. You cannot take away that man's achievements and that man's talent for his personality being trash. Like, I say that as a person of color. He was an amazing leader. Same with J.K. Rowling. She's an amazing author. So just separate both and just realize J.K. Rowling knows how to write stories. So why am I saying this? J.K. Rowling and people that grew up with Harry Potter, us, our generation, we know enough to basically figure out a very good story to tell at post Harry Potter. It's not that difficult. Just have people with passion. That's everything you need. Have people with passion work on it and you have an amazing product. But these businesses, these stories, they don't care about passion. They just want a movie or a product, a TV show that has certain elements in there what they think will sell. They put those elements in the trailer and they just want to see profit. I'm not saying most of the movie directors want that, but that's definitely what the studios want, and the studios hire the directors. So they can hire directors that will see their vision. You just do a quick Google search on how many times a studio has intervened with a director's or a showrunner's vision. Their vision is often way better, but the studio says, hey listen, you want to take that risk? Nope, we want you to play it safe. They make a trash product and you know what the studio says? Oh, it's not our fault. No, it's not our fault. Let's fire this director. We're with the fans. It's your fault in the first place. What do you mean? You told those directors to not do it. And now people hate your product. So you're gonna say, oh, okay, we're gonna fire the directors, not us boys. It's you! Money, boys. Money corrupts. But yeah, and this is why it's called a coded ramble, of course, because I'm just rambling. Another thing that I won't like about the Harry Potter reboot, if it happens, if they're 100% gonna make Hermione black. 100%. So I recently went through the books again. I'm actually almost done with the Deathly Hallows. And there's no mention in the books that Hermione is black. And why? There's no mention of any of her race, by the way. None of her colors. But you know why she's not black? It's because all the black characters, like Dean, like Johnson, that you know, the girl that was the Quidditch captain, Lisa Johnson, I think, and also Dean Thomas, Kingsley as well. All four of them, even more. All the black characters have been described to have black skin. J.K. Rowling described them having a darker skin. Hermione, the main character, has never been described to have dark skin. So why would J.K. Rowling describe the other black characters in detail and not Hermione? Because no matter what J.K. Rowling says, she 100% tried to play the race card, you know, trying to be inclusive and everything, and just retconned Hermione being black. If you want good black characters, make original good black characters. Don't just get a very famous character and just turn that character into a black person. That's incredibly racist. I don't care what these people on Twitter say on how that is inclusive and thoughtful. Behave, that's just racist. Like, they're saying like, oh, we cannot come up with an actual good original black character, So let's just use one that's already established to have a different skin color, and let's turn that black. They don't care about actual representation. They care about money. They want the people that care about representation to pay for their product. That's the whole reason why they even do that stuff. Because if they really cared, they would have made an original black character and make it a very good character. You know, take the risk, once again, to come up with something entirely original. But instead, they just rehash something, change it up. It's a pattern in everything. People just need to realize that. So, anyway, I think it's better to just make a TV show about Harry Potter in the future. Now, I know that Daniel Radcliffe has said that he doesn't want to return to Harry Potter early in his career, which makes sense. He doesn't want to be known as Harry Potter the entire time. He wants more opportunities. He wants more movie and business opportunities. He loves his craft, and he's afraid that he will be a typecast. So, I understand why he doesn't want to return to Harry Potter just yet. Rupert Grint has stated that he would love to return to Harry Potter, only if the others also returned. So that will also be a bit more difficult. But I really think if, you know, they can probably cut out a deal with Rupert Grint and Emma Watson to both return as Hermione and Ron and just focus on those two. And have Harry mentioned, but, you know, Harry and Hermione and Ron, they still have contact with each other. It's been stated in the books, but they come over from time to time to have a coffee, to have a drink. Maybe they see each other at work. I think at that time they all stopped working at the Ministry. I think they were all at one point in Auror, but then Hermione, I think, stepped away. Ron, I think, also stepped away. I think only Harry still was an Auror, while the others two stepped away. I think that is from the Cursed Child though. But I don't know. You know, there's free opportunities. I think Hermione can be an amazing mistress for magic, and I think Ron. What is Ron? Ron is a very good strategist. So I think he still has a very good opportunity to be an Auror with Harry, to be honest. But in this particular idea, because Daniel Radcliffe doesn't want to return as Harry quite soon, I think you can just focus on Hermione and Ron and see their relationship and see their way of dealing. They're now just as famous as Harry, you have to remember. So we can actually see them trying to take the burden that Harry has to go through, the people staring at him and all that stuff. That would be an interesting story as well. Just something new and original instead of just the whole story retold with different characters. When we still have our characters, you know, we still have the original actors. So I don't think people would love. The only selling point that this HBO Max series has is that it has the chance of telling but it has a chance to tell the stories from the books that has been ignored in the movies, and finally tell them on the screen. Convince me if I'm wrong. That's the only selling point this show has, and it's not enough. So anyway, I'll leave it here. Please, if you're interested in Harry Potter, let me know in the comments below. I really want to discuss this. I really want to. I'm desperate. But yeah, maybe I'll make a follow-up video on this and maybe talk to some people, some of you guys if you want, about this, and just have a discussion and put it on this channel. That would be cool. But yeah, anyway, thank you for listening.